Hello everyone, welcome back to another breakdown video. This time we're going to be looking at separation. This is the sixth one in the collection, which is pretty cool. Well, it's a programmatic piece, and it's about a wife who has sadly lost her husband, and she is currently reminiscing on the times that her and her husband used to spend together. So it's in the style of a waltz, and it's meant to symbolize her just reliving those memories of dancing with her husband. So there's a little bit of sadness in there. So yeah, it's aptly called Separation for that reason. So we're in 3/4, we're in a common waltz time. We are in A flat minor. And we're just pedaling the 1 to the 5. Very Chopin inspired, right? In terms of like how the leaps and everything, but also the chords as well. So we have A flat minor, D flat minor, so that would be the 4. Then we go to an G flat major, which is the secondary dominant to B. You can actually think of this as in B major, which is actually a bit easier to think about it in. Minor 6, minor 2, 5, 1. So we have a 2-5-1 dynamic going there. That chromatic going up. I love reading online how that chromatic movement, actually usually it's a chromatic descent that makes something quite sad. Yeah, we have this sort of pained nostalgia type tone that I wanted to get. So right, for in B, then this would be C sharp minor, major 3rd, so D sharp major, G sharp minor to the A major, and then back to the A flat. Another note taken from Chopin. You can tell that Chopin is one of my piano heroes. I absolutely love his music, and especially when we have a repeated melody going on here, it is always more and more embellished. Lots of chromaticism and lots of tuplets. So and the chords are basically the same, and all of this is more and more embellished. Whereas we went to the minor before, we actually go to the major. A flat major. So now we've modulated, so we're in A flat major now. 1, 5, 6 to the 4. 1. Okay, so that chord there, that's an F dominant 7, or an F7. Yeah, it's the major 6. With it's the major 6 first inversion. Major 6. I love that. It has a very French. To me, it sounds very French. very just Chopin in general. I love the chromatic movements. I really enjoy how sonorous it is, an element of like sensitivity to it, and I think that is really fitting in a piece like this. So that goes into a B flat minor, so the minor 2. And then it's basically a 2-5-1, so we have a B flat minor, E flat, and then A flat major. And then before we went to the 5, right? But this time, so we're in F sharp, so A flat. So we're just basically walking down. So that F there to the B flat, and we're gonna pedal between the B flat and the F major. Also, yeah, just that's the same sort of movement from before, right? Right, but now we're going. So that's a F dominant 7. In the right hand, there's a that A flat. There's that clash there, and I think that's really nice. I really like the dissonance. This is a heartbreaking situation. Having someone's spouse die, or you know, if you just imagine your significant other dying, I think you would feel a little bit like this. It's all in the design. I totally meant to do this. And it just goes back and forth. Now, we have an interesting callback to another leitmotif of mine, where we have the rather, that's kind of like the punishment leitmotif, or just like bad stuff entering the world motif. That's from Descent, which is the first composition in this collection, and this is the part where Adam and Eve get thrown out, basically, of the Garden of Eden, and you basically have this. It's kind of like meant to represent a storm, or, you know, just the consequences of a now broken world, right? I wanted to have a sneaky little nod at that, so that's a pretty neat callback that I think. So we have a transposition now, so that's an A flat minor, or yeah, we'll just say it's an A flat minor, that section there, and we've now transitioned to B flat minor. So I think we go to E flat minor, and keep in mind we're transitioning from A flat major to B flat minor, E flat minor, B flat minor, F major. So we've already set up F major being in there, right? We thought it was like a quirky type of right? That's already there in that build-up period. So when it comes back, it doesn't sound too foreign. E flat minor, B flat minor, F major. And now we're in the new home key of B flat minor. It took me an obscenely long amount of time to work out how to get from to because I think when I was writing this, sometimes I have different ideas in different keys, and then when I'm stitching it all together, I'm just like, oh, these are not in the same key. How do I get it to transition properly? So I'll just be sat at the piano for like 2 hours every day, just trying and experimenting and working out how to get there. And eventually I came up with this, which I'm quite proud of that. I'm quite proud of that. I know that I feel like if I consulted my theory, I would have gotten it faster, but I did that the hard way. So now we're in the new key of B flat. Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult because of the jumps in the left hands, right? The leaps in the left hands. But other than that, the chord structure is basically the same. It's just being transposed down to B flat. So B flat minor, F major. E flat minor, A flat major, and then C sharp major, or D flat major, right? Okay, so you see in this recording, I'm kind of a little bit flustered because I'm just like, oh, I'm transposing a lot. I haven't practiced this as much to be able to do it confidently. B flat minor, F major, B flat minor, and then we have that chromatic going up. And then I put that down to A flat minor, and then D flat major, E flat major, and then A flat major. I don't know how the theory behind that works. Maybe some of you that actually paid attention in class can tell me. Nah, I'm just kidding. I feel like if I actually sat down and looked at what I wrote for once, I probably would figure it out. Oh, it's a 4-5-1? So the transition point, so this was another transition point that took me a long time to do. So A flat minor is in B flat. Yeah, so I guess it's a borrowed chord, but it's just going down the tone. So I'm guessing maybe the B flat minor. Yeah, so the B flat minor is the 2 in A flat minor. I think what I did is I used the B flat minor as a pivot chord and did a pivot chord modulation, and then that set me up. That's pretty nice. So that's B flat minor, A flat minor, which is the 1 or the minor 7, and then 4, major 4, major 5, 1, the new one, which is in A flat minor. I was rushing through that. That was bad. That's just an A going up. And then we go into the major section. It's not really modulation, but I'm proud of the chord work that I did for that. The harmonic structure. Starts off normal, A flat major, B flat major, and then normally you would go, right? That's what we did last time, but no, this time we go from the F minor to the B flat major. B flat major instead of the D sharp. D flat major. And also, Another tuplet run, as per Chopin. D flat major, B flat major, and then E flat, and then goes back to normal to the A flat, and then, you know, that second half of that major section, right? Okay, so we have that same B flat minor, F, we don't go back down, we keep going. Settle on B flat, and this is my little homage to George Gershwin. Rhapsody in Blue. The reason why I chose this is not because I like Gershwin, but I do really like Gershwin. The stories that I write, that this is off of, is that after her husband dies, she actually is the leader of a little nation, and she goes off to war to avenge her husband's death. So the characters in my stories, the people and the culture, and the language as well, are inspired from Israel, or the Jewish people, right? So I just thought, oh, let's have this as their war theme. This is the war leitmotif, right? This is not by any means meant to be a political commentary on anything. This is just I think I wrote this before all the stuff started happening in the Promised Land. This is a B flat 9, so flat 9. That's just a E flat on top of an F. C. I guess it's weird, that's almost a whole tone scale. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I don't know what mode that is. I don't know if I made that up or not. Or no, it probably exists. I just don't know the name of it. Because it's not any of the diatonic major modes. But that is the end of that. My camera ran out of battery over there, so I'm going to be talking to you through this one. But that is it for this one, this breakdown. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you I hope to see you in another video. Bye bye now.